Andrew Tate and Jake Paul have been two names that have dominated the conversation in the world of combat sports and social media over the past few years. Their potential showdown has been a topic of speculation among fans, and it seems that the prospect of a fight is once again on the table. In a recent live stream, Tate acknowledged the possibility of stepping into the ring with Paul, reigniting interest in what could be a monumental matchup. ###the backstory. The idea of an Andrew Tate versus Jake Paul fight isn't new. Back in 2022, talks between the two were heating up, and both sides were eager to make the fight happen. Fans were buzzing with excitement over the prospect, but as is often the case in the unpredictable world of combat sports, life threw a wrench into the plans. Tate's legal troubles in Romania forced negotiations to be put on hold, leaving fans wondering what could have been. Fast forward to today, and Tate seems to be in a more stable position. During his recent stream, he appeared optimistic about the possibility of the fight, mentioning that he and Jake have had conversations in the past. "Jake and I actually talk. He's an alright guy," Tate said, reflecting on their past interactions. He acknowledged that had it not been for his legal issues, the fight might have already happened. "If this arrest didn't happen, it probably would have come to fruition. We'll see what happens in the future," he teased. #Tate's newfound freedom. One of the most significant developments in the saga is Tate's recent ability to travel more freely within the European Union. After facing restrictions that limited his movement, he is now able to explore new opportunities, including setting up potential fights. This newfound freedom opens up a world of possibilities for both him and Jake Paul, who has been busy establishing himself as a legitimate boxing star. #Jake Paul's boxing journey. Jake Paul has transitioned from YouTube sensation to a formidable force in the boxing world. His journey has included high-profile matches against notable opponents, showcasing his ability to draw in audiences and generate buzz. From vlogging to trading punches with established fighters, Paul has proven that he is serious about his boxing career. His recent victory over boxing legend Mike Tyson has only added to his credibility as a boxer. Following that fight, Paul has set his sights on bigger targets, with UFC superstar Conor McGregor being his next potential opponent. Paul has built a reputation for challenging big names in combat sports, and his willingness to step into McGregor's domain of MMA adds an intriguing twist to the narrative. #the spicy challenge. What makes the potential McGregor match particularly spicy is Paul's readiness to challenge the UFC fighter on his turf. It's one thing to propose a boxing match, but stepping into the octagon is a different ballgame altogether. Paul's boldness could be seen as either incredibly brave or incredibly foolish, or perhaps a bit of both. His willingness to push boundaries only adds to his aura as a fighter and entertainer. In the world of combat sports, the lines between different fighting disciplines are becoming increasingly blurred. While traditional boxing matches still hold a significant place, the rise of crossover events has captivated audiences. Paul's strategic marketing and ability to generate intrigue around his fights have positioned him as a key player in this evolving landscape. #the implications of a Tate versus Paul showdown. If Tate and Paul do end up facing off in the ring, it would be a clash of personalities as much as it would be a contest of skills. Both fighters have built brands around their controversial personas, and a fight between them would undoubtedly attract significant media attention. The promotional opportunities are endless, and fans are eager to see how these two would match up. A showdown could also serve as a litmus test for both fighters. For Tate, it would be a chance to validate his combat skills against an opponent who has been steadily rising through the ranks of boxing. For Paul, defeating a figure like Tate would further solidify his status as a serious contender in the sport. #conclusion. As Andrew Tate teases the possibility of a fight with Jake Paul, the excitement around this potential matchup continues to build. With both fighters at pivotal points in their careers, the time might be right for them to finally step into the ring together. Fans are left to wonder if this fight will come to fruition or if it will remain a tantalizing possibility. In an age where combat sports are more about spectacle and entertainment than ever before, Tate versus Paul could represent a perfect storm of personalities, media hype, and fighting prowess. Whether it leads to an actual bout or remains a topic of speculation, the conversations surrounding these two fighters will undoubtedly continue to captivate audiences for the foreseeable future. As we wait to see how this narrative unfolds, one thing is clear: the world of combat sports is always full of surprises, and the potential for a Tate versus Paul showdown is just another example of